press rally together to hopefully call attention to something that's really important. And first of all, I want to make it very clear that this isn't, we're not protesting the city council. We're here to appeal to the city council. We're here to ask the city council for help. And we need the city council's help because what's happened here is a big mistake by the city. Natural Healing Center is literally a few days away from opening our doors to our newest dispensary, our flagship dispensary in the city of San Luis Obispo. This is going to be one of the most extraordinary facilities in California. It is life goes on. It is a certified new net zero, environmentally superior dispensary, the likes of which has never been seen, not just in San Luis Obispo, quite frankly, but in California. Craig, why don't you come up here, Craig, because Craig Smith is our architect, and I want Craig to spend a couple minutes talking a little bit about what he's been able to achieve with this dispensary.
Well, my name's Craig Smith. I'm a local architect. I've had a local architectural practice here in San Luis Obispo for the last 35 years. I've restored and rehabilitated over 32 buildings in the downtown core area. One of the things this council thinks very highly of, and it really wants to push, and it's all relevant to climate change, is sustainable, energy efficient buildings. We took a very dilapidated old building. It was an old warehouse, old carpet warehouse, and spent a lot of time and money to invest and make it one of the most sustainable, net zero qualified buildings in this city. Meaning, as an old building, it will be one of the most energy conserving buildings, which is, again, a policy that this council is wanting to achieve, and it does that, and then some. And it would be a total shame if that couldn't happen. As contributory as it is, and as much of a building improvement that has occurred with it, it would really be sad if that didn't happen. So it's contrary to what their thinking is, and I'm hoping that they'll turn it around and understand that it is an example project, and hope that others follow it. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. So the reason that we're here tonight is because our employees, and this is really about, to be honest with you, this is really about our employees tonight. This is an opportunity for our employees to have a couple of minutes at the microphone to speak to the San Luis Obispo City Council and to introduce themselves to the council so that the City Council can see how extraordinary they really are. And I think that when they have an opportunity to see who they are, they're going to recognize what we recognize, which is these are the best in the industry, and they're going to want them in their town. I want to spend just a couple minutes doing something that I don't normally do, which is I don't normally read my speeches, but I'm going to read this one, and it's short, so don't get nervous. But I want to read it because I think that what I'm about to say needs to be said because it's important, and I want to address this to the new mayor, the Honorable Mayor Erica Stewart, who was recently appointed as the mayor of this city. And I think as I read it, I think you will understand why I'm choosing to do this. And then later on, as I said, we'll have an opportunity to speak to the full council as part of the public comment section. Honorable Mayor Erica Stewart, this message is for you specifically. Everyone should have the opportunity to live in the community where they work, which includes young professionals, families, students, and business owners who contribute directly to the quality of life of SLO. As you clearly know, the county of San Luis Obispo is one of the least affordable cities in which to live in the United States. the median income is not enough to afford a home, and rents are increasingly unaffordable. And as am I, you are proud, and as am I, you are proud SLO is on track to become a net zero carbon city, and you support continued efforts to continue in this direction. Furthermore, I appreciate the fact that you encourage alternative transportation options, such as more charging stations for electric cars, while encouraging cleaner energy use by the city and your residents, but also maybe especially your local businesses. You see, I'm very confident when I say that as mayor, you want to increase the diversity of your community's leaders, and that we must increase the products and services needed by people from different ethnic backgrounds. And that I know you will work with businesses and the SLO Chamber of Commerce and other stakeholders to assess how the city can implement a diversity plan that will provide results. I have absolutely no doubt at all that these words that I have spoken here tonight are true and that they reflect what you believe, because they were taken directly from your campaign website. I had to change the tense, obviously, but they are your words, and they are wonderful words. We love those words because they couldn't describe our company or our project on Broad Street better if we had written them ourselves. For example, you mentioned the importance of living wage jobs. You campaigned on the issue. So you'll be very happy to know that our employees in SLO will earn a wage that will allow them to live in this community, which is, as you say yourself, one of the least affordable cities in which to live in the United States. Madam Mayor, you hit the nail right on the head. And that is why we've committed as part of our project that employees who work in SLO will earn a wage that is 40% higher than the median personal income for the area. 40% higher. Talk about economic justice. You also say you are proud SLO is on track to become a net zero carbon city, and that you encourage electric car charging stations. And you should be. Madam Mayor, we are proud to be playing an important role in making that happen for SLO. Our project, as I'm sure you know, is a certified net zero project. But not only that, our project also has 7 electric vehicle charging stations and 7 adaptable stations for future electric vehicle charging. And it uses low energy, high efficiency mechanical equipment and fixtures, and produces a balance of electrical power via our roof-mounted solar panels, as well as a variety of other green energy efficiency applications. Too many to name here, which we undertook at significant expense to our company. We did it because it is worth it, because it is the right thing to do for our environment. Obviously, you agree. You also talked about more diversity in our community's leadership and working with the SLO Chamber to help you accomplish that. That is fantastic. You'll be happy to know that our CEO is half Latina and half Asian. She grew up low income. This is a classic story of how hard work pays off. Val Garcia is an American success story, and she is a worthy example of virtue, including perseverance, sacrifice, and courage. Madam Mayor, I urge you to embrace Val Garcia, because after all, why wouldn't you? And by the way, Val and SLO Chamber CEO Jim D'Antona met recently to discuss how they can work together to help SLO become a more prosperous and diverse community. So everything looks really good there too. Madam Mayor, when you were campaigning for City Council and you were sharing your bold, positive, inclusive vision with the voters of SLO, telling them what you imagined San Luis Obispo could be under your leadership, well, in no small way, you were describing the company that Natural Healing Center is today under Val's leadership. A diverse company, a company that pays its employees a living wage, that allows them to afford to live in this community, that employs environmentally sustainable best practices and supports a variety of good causes that make SLO a better place to live, work, and play. You also refer to economic growth on your website. You called it prosperity. Well, that happens to be what NHC excels at, maybe most of all. NHC is a dynamic, vertically integrated cannabis company that creates tremendous economic value for its owners and employees and the cities where we operate. The local, state, and federal taxes we pay, the economic multipliers our stores generate, our annual payrolls and payables, well, suffice it to say, the economic value that we bring to SLO will be nothing short of tremendous. There is no downside here, only upside. Please do not deprive the fine citizens of this city the benefits NHC will bring to this community. Reverse the decision of your staff. Hold NHC to the test. Give us the opportunity to do for SLO what we've done for Grover Beach, Morro Bay, and Lemoore. NHC loves SLO. And believe me when I say, SLO will love NHC. Thank you, and thank you for your honorable service to the people of this city. And I'd like to turn it over to our CEO in case she wants to say a word or two.
I want to save that for...
She wants to save it for the City Council.
City Council.
So are there any of our employees who would like to get up and say something? Anybody? Don't be shy. Let the community hear from you. There's somebody. Put it down.
My name's Kyle Murray. I've been at NHC for like 4 or 5 months, and I never had a cannabis job prior to this or anything of that sort. But the education that they offer us about cannabis and about this industry that's growing is so relative to the society now, and it's going to be extremely just valuable for like everybody to know about cannabis. Is good for everything. It's good for everybody, and like not just to like smoke it, whatever like that, but people with cancer, like it's such a beneficial like medium that needs to be brought to everybody, and I think everybody has the everybody should have the opportunity to like have the benefits from cannabis, and I think the NHC coming to SLO would be like an amazing opportunity for the city, for the people in it,